Shalom, shalom, Sister Deborah, prophetess in the wilderness. And you know what? That's all right with me. Coming again on this Deborah platform with another message. I will say this is a lovely day in which the Most High Yah has made, and I, Sister Deborah, shall rest therein. Coming to you again, a treat for the elect. I want to say to you, there's issues that you're going to come up on in this day and time past. You're going to be left wide open because you ain't going to know how to deal with these issues. And you're going to wonder, what is this issue for and why is it approaching me and the way that it is approaching me? And you're going to get it confused because what happens is there are times when the Spirit of the Most High will not give you any type of warning or prepare yourself or inform you ahead of time. If I'm speaking on how he deals with me as a prophet is in the wilderness, is something going to happen, he will give me the upfront information regarding. He won't give me the fullness, but he give me enough to be able to prepare me from the inside out for what is about to happen. I call that truly love. It's got to be love, because if I've been feeling this way since I was a little girl, seeing things, knowing things ahead of time, it was out of my control. It wasn't something that I had of me. It had to have been spirit. So for him to have done that all the way up and still today, he gives me something to let me know if someone is going to approach me, someone is going to say something, someone's going to do something, or something's going to happen to me, or something going to happen to someone I know. He always give me the upper hand. Or if something's going to happen in the world, or what. This has been going on since a little girl. Okay. This is what brought a family you would never know that has a negative vibe towards me. You would never know they have that because the way they treat me. They do treat me with respect, highly respect. I'm gonna go on and say that, in spite of what in them that makes them wonder, well, what is that? How is it she's, those are the questions I know rest within them. Is how could she, what is that? How could she do this? How could she be able to do this? How could she know this? Those are the sort of things that has been with them for quite some time. And it's not going anywhere. And the reason why I know it ain't going anywhere, because the Father in heaven had to warn me when I was pregnant with my last daughter. And I was 43 at that time. So knowing that was something that has been with me since I was a little girl, because it was the same issue in school. No one bothered me. No one harmed me. No one come up against me. No one challenged me. No one did anything. But it was more so like a fear, I would say, a fear of the unknown. Not the fear I'm scared that you big and bad. No. I'm telling you all, it's a difference in walking in flesh, and it's a difference in walking in spirit. And it's a difference when you're chosen as elect versus when you're not chosen as elect. A lot of people don't understand a lot of things that they have gone through is because where they think they at is not really where they're at. It's where they, like he said in Proverbs 16, in their own mind, everything is clean, in their own eyes. But he meaning mindset, eyes, your eyes sees and it brings to hear. In them, into their mindset. They thinking they're clean. All is good with me. I can tell somebody, no. Your flesh ain't nothing good in your flesh, nor in mine. So when I'm speaking to people don't understand. I speak to them and every word is basically spirit. They can't discern it because, like he said, he that has the spirit can only be able to discern what Sister Deborah is saying. When you don't have that spirit and Yah has not worked with you one-on-one, or he's not invited in you, then you can't discern nothing I'm saying. I can be on this Deborah platform. You can hate every word I say. The reason why you hate it is because your flesh is trying to commune with Yah. Your flesh is trying to hold a relationship with Yah, and you ridicule and you hate what I'm saying because I am walking in spirit and in truth. So it's just like Yeshua. Everything he did. Why do you people don't even understand why he put and invested so much in David? Come on, y'all. Did y'all understand David fought battles, death battles from the beginning to the end? Come on. He didn't start with Goliath. All the way to the end, he fought battles. I mean, blood, shed, fighting, army. I don't know if I'm going to live. I don't know if I'm going to die. Fight, 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 fight. He should receive something. Don't you think? While you're walking around here fighting your flesh and thinking you entitled to the whole world. Come on, y'all. Somebody talk to me. That's why Sister Deborah can say what she says. Because I always tell you, I started this when I was a little girl. My battle is being disliked as a child, not knowing that it's a spiritual thing. And that by it being a spiritual thing, I've learned and still learning, don't take it to heart. You see? Because if that was the case, how can we even touch the hem of Yeshua's garment if we can't see that his walk was identical to our walk? See, I came as a child being the one that was separated from my siblings as being given things, being done. I hadn't done anything. I'm a baby. But I can go back until I was like 4, maybe even 3, if that's the day I went to the hospital. So I'm saying I can go all the way back and see how I was treated, taken care of, totally different than my other siblings, all the way up until today. But today, I'm so free in Yah that all of that doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It's what Yeshua come to do. See, it didn't matter how he come, even though they was after him before he was even born. They was coming to take his life. All the way up until the short time he was here. Look at me. I'm doubling the length of time Yeshua was here. But I'm still enduring. You see? And I thank the Most High that the endurance that Yeshua went through, that I didn't have to, but in Yah, it's no different. It's still suffering for his namesake. Why? Because if his namesake is branded in you, then this is why people have treated you this way. This is why throughout your life, you wonder why this sisters and this sisters, they got this. It was like Cinderella, believe it or not. One, I was the one that did the clean up. Kid you not? My oldest brother told me, you still a slave. That's what he said. Because I was the one that would clean. We had a 3-storage home, like how many bedrooms? 2, 7 to 8 bedrooms, I would say, something like that. Just a big 3-level, okay? Just a big house, okay? But I would clean. I would cook. I was the one that did stuff like that, but I was the one to get the last recognition. I wasn't the favorite. I wasn't nowhere near the favorite. I didn't look the favorite. I wasn't the favorite, you see? So I think about Yeshua and his walk and how he said not a word. And I thank the Most High for teaching me, elects, what that means. That means that my walk since I was that little girl to now, I said not a word to all of those who have treated me the way that they treated me and have done that and still feel the same way today. But the strangest thing about it, my heart is not hardened because in it all, I want to share this with you and I want to make this clear. In it all, even in elementary and high school, in my mother's house, coming up, having 6 siblings, all of them, most of them are older than I am. I was really what one really would call the middle, the third from the last. Okay, and it was 7. But I will say this. They have always shown me respect. And to me, That's worth more than anything. You see, is to know that I was able to discern all this, I would say, envy, jealousy, and I don't want to say hate. I don't want to say hate. But all this, even though it feels like it was, but all this I would still say, and I think about it even now, they still respect me. And I love that, because even to today, I can discern that they know something is different about me that require them to respect me. And I thank the Most High for that. I don't give myself that credit nor that glory. Do you hear me, elects? This is a treat for you. So what I was covering was the whole idea of being okay, being content with the way your life has gone, the way your life is going, and the way your life going to go on to the end. If he told me that you're going to be in the wilderness and you're going to die in the wilderness, and I began to cry and moan, why must you leave me in the wilderness? And I began to feel comfort. That comforter, just when it takes you in and comforts you, everything outside of anything don't matter. That comforter is real. It'll comfort you in a way that everything in the world, everything that's surrounding you, everything that's spirit comes to a resting place. That's why Sister Deborah always tell you, and I too shall rest therein. Because now I know that I know that I know where I'm at, where I'm going, and where I'm heading, and where this world is heading in a handbasket. I can be able to see. I listen to people only to get confirmation from what comes out of the mouth of God. Hallelujah. Because the confirmation is going to identify what Yah has already spoken and to let me know where we're at in this day and time. You see? So I'm saying to you all that are elects of the Most High Yah, you have a special something in you that has been in you from the beginning of time. And I'm speaking to people. I don't care what your life has been, how you have turmoil, how you are went through. All of those is what you call steps. Your steps has been ordered. When he ordered your steps, guess who was behind your heel? Let me tell you, elects, let me tell you who was behind the steps. To make those steps, you have to walk, right? To be able to walk, you have to use your heel, okay? But if you can walk with your without your heel, but to make a full step, you have to have your heel. And he already has spoken how the serpent would be after your heel. Your heel represents the steps in which the Most High has ordered in your life. Why is he after your heel? Because he knows you are the elects of the Most High God. And he's coming for your steps, to destroy your steps. Then you hear David says, he enlarging my steps, that I may not, what he say, fall, or he may not stumble. That's because it's a connection to Genesis. When he's talking about the serpent after the heel of the seed of the woman. See, they say they know, but they do not know. They say they see, but they cannot see. They say they hear, but they cannot hear. You see, because Yah has prophesied. They say, but they do not, and they cannot. So Sister Deborah, it's a comfort to me to know that they can say these things on these platforms. They can speak these things on this platform. They can think they hear on this platform, but the reality is what Yah said out of his mouth. They cannot see, nor cannot hear. You see? So I take what comes out of the mouth of Yah versus what comes out of the mouth of man. Now, what I'm saying to you, elects, is There's much invested in you. And it's greater than what is on the outer of who you are. Some of you all had a horrible life and have gone through so many issues. I mean, so many issues that have happened in your life. You wonder, how can the Most High use me? Yes, he can. And yes, he has. And yes, he will. Okay? Let me say that as a prophetess in the wilderness. And I'm going to tell you something. In my life has not been very much of nothing that's horrible. But it was horrible to me because I'm also flesh. So these things has happened. My life has not been what you call a perfect life. But in it all, I thank the Most High for every step that he has ordered in my life. Because each and one of those steps, the serpent came out. He thought he had me, but the Spirit of the Most High who has abided in me crushed the head of the serpent and kept my steps going. And every time I stumble, every time I done this, every time I done that, bam, the head of the serpent was crushed. Why? Because I am a elect of the Most High Yah. And I'm not elect by man. I can't be controlled by man. See, people don't understand. The reason why you know that you elect is when a man cannot control you. See, Yah is not going to turn you over to some man because he knows you're going to be so weakened to his flesh. His flesh ain't even under the subjection to his own spirit. So why would he turn you over to his flesh? No. They got it all wrong. But elects, it is for you to stand on righteousness and to see this thing clear. So let me explain. When you see the things that David did, you have to understand each thing he did, he was able. Not he, but greater is he that sent him to this mission and his purpose. Crushed the head of the serpent and kept it going. Did David pay the consequences to some things he did? Yes, he did. All the way down to this generation. All the way down to when his son messing with his daughter. All the way down. It does not release you guys in the natural. But my Yahweh in the spirit, the serpent's plans of his mind, which is in his head, was crushed because David kept on running and walking in the steps that Yah had ordered for him with the strength and the power of the Most High Yah abiding in him. So this is what this is about. Never be caught up in people who focus on your outer appearance and who you are on the outer, because let me tell you something. Who you are on the outer does not define that light that rests therein. It does not define it. Look at John chapter 1, verse 4 and 5. Deborah, the light is shining, but the darkness comprehended not. See, the flesh is not going to let you know that you are all that and some in Yah. It's going to keep on keeping you in its darkness and running your spiritual life in its darkness of your flesh, so you will not be able to comprehend he that is in thee is greater than he that is in the world. And how do he get in thee? Through your spirit and his spirit. He said, you abide in me and I in you, because your spirit abide in him and his spirit abide in you. So therefore now, that darkness, comprehend the light. So I, Sister Deborah, would say unto you, I hope the elects receive something, but I want you to understand we are in a day and time where you ain't got no business buckling up to these people on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, and this devil platform. What is invested in you is greater than what you see on these devil platforms. Really, honestly, what's invested in you, you can teach them. You can invest it in you. You can teach them. You can open up an academy in spirit to them. See, because what they're doing, they're running what they've been running for quite some time. But until you have run and ran for the Most High Yah in what is spirit and what is truth, you're still lost without a cause. So never let a man nor a woman dictate to you how you're going to look, walk, act, or whatever. Because it's not what's on the outer man, it's what's on the inner man that Yah has predestined and ordained. But when he predestined it and he ordained it, he did it before you was in your mother's womb. And you wonder why your steps has been so flaky. There are people who have sold drugs, been on alcohol, killed, raped, and did all kind of things. But yet, what Yah had invested in their spirit, those things too must be kicked to the curb in the eyes of Yah. Why? Because he invested something in you before you was in your mother's womb. Even though he invested in you. Your real self is your spirit. It's not your flesh. And your flesh would know. It would feel the power that rests in your spirit. That's why it don't want you to connect to your spirit. And that's why you on this devil platform, I have not heard not one individual outside of Josh. He might have covered it. I won't never let off of Josh because Josh is the type, and his Hebrew building nation, he's the type of person that I could follow till I'm asleep. Because I've heard this young man over and over give me confirmation that greater is in him than he that is in the world. I have to give him that. I have to salute him. See, men want you to see them as greater because they say they're kings, because they say that they're who they are. But greater is something that's in the inside of them, not on the outside, who can teach, who can precept, who can go through books. Because this thing is found in spirit and in truth. And can't no book hold y'all spirit. I'm going to be honest with you. The power of who y'all is and the voice and the order cannot be held in any book that man's hands has been on. Only way it can be ordered is through the Ruach HaKodesh. It's in him. Rests the word of Yah. So our sister Deborah, hope that you got something out of that elects of Yah. I hope that you got something out of it. And I'm going to keep on pushing a treat for the elect only. I want to keep on pushing it because if you have it, you're the one that's going to stand on top of the mountain. And I, myself, there was a time period where I'm wondering, well, why am I here? I've been doing this since I was a child, and this here stuff you keep giving me, these people on this devil platform don't know their right from their left. Why are you giving me that? It's because it's a appointed time and season, which is coming. That the voice of Sister Deborah is going to give people hope to hold on a little while longer. Just hold on and to trust in the unseen. See, these people on this devil platform telling you, oh, you're not supposed to look like this. You're not supposed to wear this. You're not supposed to walk like this. You're not supposed to marry this person. You're not supposed to marry. You know what? All that is vain and vax. It has no irrelevant to what is spirit and truth. So I, Sister Deborah, say to you, I will be back. Shalom. Shalom.